The law says what? Stuff you didn't know about the law, but really should. Written by Macklin Stanley. Sample narration by Dan Hinkowitz. Introduction. Back in the 1990s, PepsiCo ran a TV commercial advertising a point redemption program. Customers could collect Pepsi points and redeem them for a variety of prizes. Most of the items were simple things like T-shirts, 75 Pepsi points, or sunglasses, 175 Pepsi points. But at the end of the commercial, an AV-8B Harrier II, a marvelous fighter jet capable of vertical takeoff and landing, suddenly landed in front of a school as a student emerged from the cockpit. Adorned in various Pepsi gear, he smirked at the camera as the text beneath him read, "Harrier Fighter Jet, 7 million Pepsi points." You might have already guessed where this is going. Yes, someone actually tried to redeem their Pepsi points for a fighter jet. Apparently, Kendall Jenner's ultra-cringy attempt to quell social unrest wasn't Pepsi's first advertising faux pas. When Pepsi refused to hand over a jet, the customers sued Pepsi for breach of contract and fraud. The United States District Court for the Southern District of New York, one of the most hallowed courts in the nation, ended up actually presiding over a case about a man with Pepsi points who was upset over not receiving a fighter jet. America. Although the background might seem silly, the questions of law this case raised were actually quite interesting. The case examined the laws behind advertisements, more specifically, whether sellers are bound by the terms of their advertisements. Surprisingly, the answer was no. Although some exceptions exist, the law generally doesn't consider advertisements to be actual offers to sell advertised goods at the specified price or quantity, and a seller is under no contractual obligation to honor their advertisements. Instead, advertisements are thought of as merely invitations to do business. Most people probably assume that sellers must comply with their advertisements. Imagine a crotchety old man, flyer in hand, harassing the owner of an ice cream shop who won't sell him a scoop of rum raisin for the price advertised on the flyer. As it turns out, such a shop owner has no legal duty to make good on the advertised price of that disgusting ice cream. After the ruling that the Pepsi commercial didn't amount to an actual offer, the court went on to explore the law even further. According to the court, even if advertisements were hypothetically considered actual offers, the particular offer for the fighter jet would still not be sufficient to form a binding contract. This is because offers must be objectively reasonable in order to be legally binding. Put simply, if it's clear that an offer isn't actually serious, then no actual offer has been made. The court found that no reasonable person could have possibly believed that Pepsi's commercial actually offered customers a fighter jet. To thoroughly articulate the point that the offer was unreasonable, the court devoted 5 full paragraphs to explaining why the commercial was just a joke, offering in-depth analysis such as, "The callow youth featured in the commercial is a highly improbable pilot, one who could barely be trusted with the keys to his parents' car, much less the prize aircraft of the United States Marine Corps. Rather than checking the fuel gauges on his aircraft, the teenager spends his precious pre-flight minutes preening. The youth's concern for his coiffure appears to extend to his flying without a helmet. Finally, the teenager's comment that flying a Harrier jet to school sure beats the bus evinces an improbably insouciant attitude toward the relative difficulty and danger of piloting a fighter plane in a residential area, as opposed to taking public transportation." A reminder: the court presiding over this case is widely recognized as the most prestigious and respected in the country, regularly handling high-profile matters that involve espionage, terrorism, and public corruption. And yet, here they were, trying their absolute damnedest to articulate why this Pepsi commercial about a fighter jet was a stupid joke not meant to be taken seriously.